Stadium has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's complete to John Ross. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, 75 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7. Jaguars nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
13 yards. And the Jaguar
looking to throw. Cox. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's 25 yards that time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Operating from the gun, Cox. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
That ties the game.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Coleman now to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Here's Cox. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Cox from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
59-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, that one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
46-yard
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
6-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Ravens 7.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
And they give this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Cox. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
41-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. On the move to his left. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5.
Murray now. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? To me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Off play action. Cox taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
It is good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking real. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
The kick is
one play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run it on the toss. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. Cox. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Flush to his right. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd down.
Now Cox on 3rd and 2. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Cox. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they try the right side here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 40.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Cox. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Josh Lambo.
A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
48-yard line.
On 1st down, Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
On the stop.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Jaguars 34.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Murray. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Going deep downfield. It got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Ross, 89 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Dixon set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Fred Warner
there to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Cox taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Back at the 32.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Here's Murray. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We're at the beginning.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Cox now looking to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. To throw is Cox on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
56. Hey, watch the slant. 56 to Muck, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Murray going deep downfield for Ross. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Taylor. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Jaguars 41.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
A 6-yard.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
56 is the mark. Here we go. Check safety, check safety.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross 72 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gano for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Jacksonville.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cox. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cox got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First down, Jaguars.
So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. It's our time, guys, it's our time. Shoot! Whip.
From the gun, Murray. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. Oh, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jaguars, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.